Hello everyone, welcome to Canteen Cup. My name is Scott, and it's another hot and muggy day. I finally got my internet fixed, found out it was an antenna, and just wanted to kind of give you a quick update, kind of show you what's going on around the homestead here. Spinning around, I now have a cover over my concrete pad so that I can work. At least it's a little bit shady, and if it rains, which is like yesterday, it rained about 5 or 6 times, it does allow me to be able to complete more projects with a little bit more comfort. Also too, I don't know if you can, oh, there it is. I don't know if you can see it, but up top there, near the top of my tower, there's a little square box. That's the antenna they replaced. And then right above that is another antenna that kind of sticks out the side, that black thing with the little hoop looking deal. That's an antenna for a repeater. And so I'm pretty excited about getting that up. I'm kind of technically inclined, and so I kind of like that stuff. But I'm really happy about having this covering over the top. And of course, if you look, let's see, it's not just spinning around too much. But if you look, see the back of my shipping container, which is my workshop and storage for my stuff, it opens right to the back, and at least part of the back of my shed is underneath the canopy, so even if it's raining, it'll still block the rain when I walk in and out of that shed. Also right on the other side, I don't know if you can see it, but right there, there's an electrical outlet now, so I can plug in things. And then if you look over here, let's see, right there is another water spigot. And so we have water and electric here, so we can do a lot of things now in this area. This is kind of our work area. My wife has got a potting Quonset hut that we made out of cattle panels, and so that gives her a place to work. Of course, where I'm standing now is a good wash rack to wash vehicles, and then my maintenance area, and then our 2 sheds are right here. So all in all, got a lot done. Still more to do. I don't have that repeater working yet. I still have to do at least another couple hours worth of work, but we're getting closer. So I wanted to talk about a couple things today. One is for those of us that are on the southeast or the east coast, there's a hurricane, and it looks like it's gonna scrape up Florida, then it's gonna swing to the right, hit North Carolina, maybe a little bit of South Carolina, then head out to sea. That's typical for this time of year. That's a typical track, a typical pattern for hurricanes this time of year. I've been following hurricanes probably for about 20 years now, maybe 25 years, and for this time of year, that's the pattern. For those of you that are in that area, be prepared. Do you have enough food? Do you have enough water? Can you maintain sanitary conditions? And can you defend your family? All right. This doesn't look like it's going to get much bigger than a Category 1 hurricane, which is still a pretty good storm. But there could be a lot of flooding. There could be a lot of lawlessness when this sort of thing happens. Also, too, on the periphery of hurricanes, a lot of times tornadoes spawn, and so you could have damage. So be prepared. Do you have your first aid supplies up? Do you have enough food, at least for a couple days? After hurricane strikes, and I know this because I have deployed to do relief work after hurricanes have struck, including Katrina, is that help is not there. Sometimes it takes a couple days to get things into those areas. So if you are going to bug in at the hurricane, then you need to make sure you have enough supplies to go the ground zero of the hurricane to at least a couple days after, because you may not be able to get out of your neighborhood. Uh, for those of you that are planning on leaving your home and bugging out to another place, make sure your homes are boarded up. Make sure that they're secure, as secure as you can get them. In Florida, people just keep plywood in their garage and they have it pre-cut for their windows and doors. So when a hurricane comes, they just break out the plywood, take a battery-powered drill, put all the plywood up around their windows, secure the doors, and then they go. I made a joke with my wife once. I said, we should go to Florida and then buy a manufactured home down there and then live a rather Spartan life. And that way, every couple of years when a bad hurricane comes, we get in our car, we drive away, the hurricane wipes out our mobile home, and then we come back and we get ourselves a new one. Because that happens, when the bigger hurricanes hit in Florida. So for those of you that are either in the path of the hurricane or going to be sideswiped by the hurricane, get ready. Take some time. I mean, prepping for a hurricane, for those of you that live in areas that are prone to hurricanes, you should be prepped, but it doesn't take long. It doesn't take much, because typically a hurricane is a short duration. They they come, they destroy, they go. And so be careful. Just be careful, be safe. This is a time to not exercise bravado and think about your family and their safety and well-being. All right. Another thing I want to talk about is body armor. And I have several thoughts on body armor, and I'd like to share them. And the first one is, all right, how many of you all got body armor? All right. And you don't have to raise your hand. This is a rhetorical question, but if you have body armor, do you wear it? In the Southeast, and again, I'm speaking for the Southeast, it's hot down here. Yesterday it was probably close to 90 or over 90. The humidity was way up. I went outside and did very light work for about an hour, and my clothes were soaked. And I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt like this, and they were soaked. It was almost like I went into a pool and got out, and then like about 20 minutes later, your clothes dry a little bit. That's how I felt. Body armor is waterproof. Either steel or ceramic or whatever. It's waterproof. And so it's also an insulator. And so if you have body armor, if you have the full, plate carrier and two sides, whatever, have you worn it out in the elements, either hot or cold, to see how it feels? Because it'll add a lot of heat stress to you, especially in the Southeast, if you're not accustomed to wearing it. So that's number one. Number two, where do you keep it? Again, rhetorical question. Where does it stay? And where is it, like when you go into town? Or where is it, on your property? Where is it, I typically think of body armor is when I'm not on my property. But, sometimes it's, it could be necessary on your property. So where is it? And then when you go into town, when you go on a trip, when you go to your friend's house, where is your body armor? If it's back at your house, is it doing you any good? So those are two things that you need to consider. And then I'm sure that the third question you have is, do I have body armor? Well, yes, I do. And I have what's called backpack body armor. I'm an older guy, and me running around in full plate carrier, those days are probably gone. However, given my circumstances, I have backpack body armor. And what that that is a plate of body armor. I think it's like 9.5 by 13 inches. And it fits into your backpack, either in your computer compartment or your hydration pocket in the back. It fits in there. And that gives you, you can get different levels, but you have body armor. And I keep mine in my backpack that I take with me when I leave this property. And my backpack also has my first aid supplies, has a little extra ammo, has a few other things in there that I need or might need. And so it goes with me. When I leave this property, that backpack is with me, because it's got all my essentials to help me get back home. Now it includes body armor. How do I deploy that body armor? Well, I can wear it on my back, or at least with my backpack, I can wear it on my front. I just put the backpack on backwards, and it's covering from about here, down to about my belly button. If I'm shooting a pistol, I can put my arms through both of the straps. But if I'm shooting a rifle, I can only put it through one of the straps, because I need to have my shoulder open. So it kind of hangs a little bit down, but it still does about the same thing as regular plate carrier. And so, but that's what works for me. Like I said, I carry it with me. And also too, when I have my backpack on my front here, my first aid supplies are right here. My extra ammo is right here. And so, and it looks like, my backpack looks like an everyday, run-of-the-mill backpack that people carry all over the place nowadays. And so it fits right in. It's a world gone crazy. I watch the news a little bit, and just the things out there, it's just bat stuff crazy. So you all need to be careful. And you all need to really think about the safety of yourselves, the safety of your family. If you live in the city, you need to go. There's just no doubt about it. You need to get yourself out and get yourself safe. Anyhow, keep checking your preps. Keep improving your position. Keep getting better. Keep getting more. Bullets are getting hard to come by, and it's not because they're restricting the manufacturers. It's just that a lot of people are buying a lot of bullets. Out by me, we have an ammunition manufacturer, and he can't hardly keep things in stock. They go so fast. And I'm not saying, when you prep, don't go overboard. Try to figure out what you need for your circumstance, and then work on that. If you feel you need 10,000 rounds per weapon, fine. If you feel you need 500, fine. But kind of gauge it. Out by me, probably a smaller number better than a bigger number, because we're in a part of the country where nobody cares. Nobody cares about us. They're not coming out here to do much of anything. And so, but if you're in a city, you may need a lot more bullets just to get out, if you can get out, because they may lock the doors on you. So that's it. Just a kind of a quick video, just to kind of say hello. And I haven't been on YouTube too much, because I had such lousy upload speeds. Well, now they're better. I'm still kind of restricted on my data, but that's going to hopefully fix itself in a couple months, when I change my broadband to a different antenna that allows me more direct access to the internet. So in a couple months it'll even get better. But this is some of the challenges of living out in the country. I mean, where I live, there's no cable, there's no DSL, there's nothing out here, which is good and bad, and you just have to deal with it. So that's all I got for everybody. Stay safe, stay secure.